everyone. I'm Larry Ridley. Welcome to the NFL.
All right, we appreciate it. The children will groan. It's the final weekend of summer, but we've got the NFL, and we're underway on EA Sports. This is taken at the 3. And he'll take this across the 25, couple extra yards, up to the 27-yard line. So here come the Browns for their first drive on offense. And a glance here at their quarterback, standing 6'3". Got some breathing room. And they're going to get this one all the way out across the 45. That's good for 21 yards and a first down.
So much of this game is still mental, still psychological. Yeah, we just saw a big-time run right there, but you have to believe he was dreaming about this last night in his hotel room before this one, thinking, hey, first time I touch it, let's go for some big yardage and set a tone. That's exactly what he got done.
Now a handoff here to his running back. And he'll lose yardage on the play back at the 45-yard line. A loss of a full 3 yards, and now it's second down. Now that play was doomed right from the start.
They just about ran into every defender on that one, didn't he? It felt like everyone got a piece of that tackle.
And to give this time to the tailback. And taking it across midfield and just shy of the 40. 14 yards, and it's a Cleveland first down.
It's so important to establish the running game early in a contest because when you do that, that just opens your playbook so big for your offensive coordinator. And to be frank about it, they like calling pass plays better than they like calling running plays. And with the way that they're running it right now, that's going to open things up to do whatever they want through the air as this game goes on. Well, they came into this game saying it was important that they set the tone and show that they can run the football. I believe that they've done that here in the first quarter.
And able to push his way forward here for a good little gain. He'll get a nice chunk there on the first down run, and it's 2nd and 4.
Let's talk a little football 101 here because one of the keys to advancing the ball downfield, success on first down. Huge difference, as we know, between 2nd and 4 and 2nd and 8 and 9.
And he's able to get it to the edge of the red zone at the 20-yard line. At 5 yards on the play there, as the drive will continue.
So many teams want to throw the ball in this situation nowadays, but I love watching a team that has enough confidence to go ahead and run the football in that situation. That's almost a tendency breaker.
And he's going to push his way down to about the 12. 8 yards on the pickup, and now they'll have some options on 2nd and short. And some options here for the offense on 2nd and 2. Now flags will come in. I think this one's going to be on the defense for jumping.
Encroachment defense.
So they don't even need to run a 2nd down play. Give them the first.
And typically when we see this jumping, isn't it usually 3rd down, 4th down? They got them on 2nd down. I think that's a lack of discipline.
Now they'll switch it up here and look to throw. This is caught. That's good for a gain of 6, 2nd and goal.
They've got good playmakers on the offensive side of the ball. I don't know what happened last week to really hurt their performance and hold down their production, but I would dare say that this week in practice, there's a lot of talk about how they're going to increase their proficiency.
And that was a good start, getting the playmakers involved. You mentioned that to me pregame. That's what they did there.
Yeah, I think a lot of people think the coaching staff really gets on them, and that's how they motivate them. Most of these guys are self-motivated. They have a lot of pride in their performance.
Call it a loss of 2 on the play. And that'll make it 3rd and goal. And he'll give it here to his running back. And he'll go backwards, losing yardage to the 5. He lost 2, and it brings up 4th.
There are certain drives in a game where anything less than a touchdown that caps it feels like an absolute disappointment. This is one of those drives.
Zane Gonzalez now to try the Browns field goal. From the right hash here, should be an easy one. And Gonzalez puts this one through. And the Browns are out to a 3-0 lead. And that field goal caps an 11-play drive.
That's a lot of offense to run to only get 3 points, but they'll take them. Anytime you can put anything on the board, you run to your sideline somewhat happy.
The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. This fielded at the 2. And a good return as he'll be stopped just shy of the 30-yard line. So here come the Dolphins now as they get set to take over on offense. And they will be led out by their 6'4" quarterback. They'll run it now out of the gun. And down he goes, but he takes it up to the 40. In a word, I would say productive, finding the end zone 3 different times.
Is it possible that you're really underselling it? 3 touchdowns, just going to call him productive?
Right. What do you want?
This guy had a nose for the end zone.
He was good.
Had a snoot full, didn't he? How about that? Big-time game. Tremendous blocking by the interior of the offensive line. They didn't just gash him there. They blasted a gaping hole for him to gallop through. I think if he comes back to the huddle, he better be giving them a whole lot of credit and thanking them for that much space to rumble.
He's going to wind up and air it out. So they took a shot on 1st down but couldn't connect. And the big boys up front in the trenches. What do you think of the O-line, Charles?
I love them because this is a group that's so cohesive. They know what the man next to them is going to do at all times, and they operate as a terrific unit.
Unable to connect on the 1st down pass play. Now it's 2nd down. Throwing again. Rasmussen. Now a loose football. The ball comes out, and they take possession 2 yards away from midfield at the 48-yard line. Often on fumbles, you look at the guy who coughed it up and say, geez, what did he do? But, hey, let's tip the cap to the defense here.
Not a problem at all, my man. I'm not even going to tip it. I'm going to doff my cap to him. Congratulations. Big-time play. Knocking it free and creating something good for your team.
And now Cleveland geared up to take the field. Well, what do you think? You get the ball off the turnover near the middle of the field. You take a shot here in the first play?
You know I'm big on that. I love when I have great field position. After a turnover, I feel like I might have them a little bit off balance. I prefer to take a shot, but a lot of coaches will tell you you only do it if you trust the guy who's got the football in his hands. Meaning, if it's not there, he won't force it downfield and maybe turn into an interception. He'll go to the check down, go to a second option, and go ahead and take the play that's in front of him. Completion was given up, but that's why you play zone defense, so that you can have people around the ball when it's caught, and you don't give up much run after the catch.
So they complete the pass, and now they face a 2nd down.
Single receiver. Hey, you're on an island over there. Single receiver.
Come on, let's go. 1, 9.
They'll look to throw here. He's going to flip one out here to his running back. And he gets this inside the 35-yard line. That's good for a Cleveland first down, an 11-yard pickup. And at his size, he's a smaller back. You can get him to football. He can kind of get lost, make someone miss. It's good for him.
Yeah, it's great for him. I like what you said there. Sometimes he gets lost in the traffic a little bit, but get him out in the open field into some space. That plays to his strengths the best and keeps him out of it where all the big boys are. You know, make someone miss in the open field.
They'll look to throw now on first down. And this is incomplete. And the Buffet boys, the O-line, hopefully they're ready today.
Listen, you got to feed them first. But if you do, you usually get a great product out on the field. And when they play well, the quarterback can't wait to feed them afterwards.
And on the outside, they're playing press coverage. Now he'll look to throw here on 2nd and 10. His throw incomplete. And this defensive line will be looking to control the point of attack.
And that's what they've done throughout this season. This is a terrific unit. They play together very, very well, and they don't permit big plays to happen.
Ten yards to go on 3rd. Back to throw here. He's going to launch this thing way downfield. So they took a shot there on 3rd down, couldn't get it. Now it's 4th.
He kind of forced that one there, didn't he? It's almost like he predetermined where he was going to go with the football.
Yeah, he wasn't really going through progressions. He wanted to go to his top guy. You do that against this defense, they'll make you pay, won't they?
Yeah, they certainly will. They react very quickly to the thrown football.
Looking to throw. And now he'll turn, and off his back foot, he'll heave this deep. And they will not be able to hook up there. It's incomplete. The Browns unable to move the chains on 4th down. And the Dolphins defense is able to hold. So a tough pill to swallow there. A would-be touchdown pass in and out of his hands on 4th.
Sometimes it just comes down to execution, doesn't it? Because we're always questioning, should they go for it, should they not? Is it the right play call, is it not? In this situation, everything was right except for the finish. You have to catch the ball and convert.
So now here come the Dolphins. And a fumble last time. Ball security. Talk about it all the time in the National Football League. They've got to be better at it on this drive.
Don't you think that when every team gets together for the first time, I don't care if it's OTAs, mini camps, first day of camp in the regular season, ball security comes up about, what, the second sentence of the coach's address?
And those are so many drills focus on that.
All the time, and they do drills to make it even tougher to simulate game situations. Doesn't always work out, though.
Carter, your thoughts on this D-line?
I love a unit that can control the run and get after the passer. This is an all-around terrific defensive front. Hard to move the ball against them on the ground, and then when you want to throw it, look out. Here they come after the quarterback.
So incomplete on first. Let's see what 2nd down has in store. They'll run it now out of the gun. And he will lose yardage here to the 31-yard line. It'll be a loss of 1, and that'll bring up a 3rd and 11 situation.
Man, it wasn't that long ago that the guy playing that spot was an outside linebacker type of a guy. Now, as a defensive end, how about the speed that he used to get into the backfield and make the play?
It looks like a nickel set now for the Browns on 3rd down. Operating from the gun, Rasmussen, and he couldn't hang on to it through the contact. Incomplete.
This team is not going to make it easy for you. They're a physical group, and we just saw it there on that play. He came in, made the contact, just as he's trying to haul it in.
He punted 5 times in the win last week as this one's away. And a fair catch signaled for and taken just outside the 20-yard line. So possession goes over here on the punt. And the Browns will take over 1st and 10. Heading out as the Cleveland offense now as they get set to take over here. And this offense last time turned it over, went for it on 4th, didn't get it. They're lucky, though, because no points against the team on the board, but we'll see how they respond.
Yeah, they've got to get a lot of credit to their defensive teammates, don't they? They had their backs on that last series, and because they did so, that allows the coach to still stay aggressive on offense and maybe go for it again in a similar situation.
I was going to say maybe makes that offense feel good, but when you know you've got a defense making stands like that.
Yeah, that'll loosen up things a little bit, won't it? Maybe you'll play a little bit better the next time you have the ball.
And a new set of downs here after picking up the first on the ground.
Here we go.
They go play action here on 1st down. And he slings one that's incomplete.
When we talk with people about what we think the most important quality for an NFL quarterback to possess, what do people usually say?
Arm strength, and he showed the arm strength there.
Yeah, pretty good bullet pass he threw, but he wasn't accurate, was he?
No.
Listen, you like mobility, but accuracy, first and foremost, is what a quarterback needs. He didn't possess it on that play.
Let's go.
They'll run it now out of the gun. And he will lose yardage here to the 31-yard line. So he loses 3 yards there. Now 3rd down.
Yeah, that was a safety that came through and made the play. But there's no doubt in my mind, he hits like a linebacker. And we see a lot of that in today's NFL, don't we?
And that time we do indeed. A big hit for a loss. On play action, they'll throw. The Dolphins get there this time, and they bring him down.
Well, certainly some teams are not intimidated by down and distance on defense, are they? 3rd and very long? Let's go get this guy again. Big-time pressure.
The Browns send out their punter now as he's on to punt for the first time this afternoon. That'll be put in the books as a 53-yard punt, and it'll be Dolphin football. On the NFL scoreboard, an update from Foxborough. And the Steelers there out to an early lead. Remember to keep an eye on the ticker, of course, at the bottom of your screen for updates on that game and others around the NFL. Throwing on 1st down. Rasmussen. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down.
Well, so much for setting the tone of the drive offensively. Giving up a big sack that loses that kind of yardage, not a great start.
And before they can run another play, the clock hits triple zeros. And time is up on the first quarter. 3-0 is our score. EA Sports NFL Sunday returns following this.
The NFL on EA Sports is presented by Snickers. You're not you when you're hungry. Snickers satisfies.
Back now with Charles Davis. I'm Brandon Gaudin. Second quarter begins with the Dolphins in possession of the football. But they face a 2nd and long to start things out. Off the play fake. Rasmussen. Oh, the pressure too great, and he goes down once more. Josh Keys leading the surge there. He drops him for a loss of 6. Man, he got in there so quickly, Charles. What could the offense have done to adjust and account for that?
But what you're hoping is that you figure out and you see and get a clue that maybe there's going to be some pressure coming at you, and you change the blocking schemes. Maybe you go to max protection. The biggest one is maybe you bring your running back in to try and keep you clean. But in that case, that didn't happen. Zero accountability, and a sack resulted.
Need something from deep in the bag of tricks here after first and second down went backwards. It's third and very long. Looking to throw. Rasmussen. He's going to leave this for his running back. It's complete. And they'll get him down right around the 11-yard line. Give him 2 yards on that play, and that'll bring up fourth down.
That's certainly playing down and distance very well by the defense, isn't it? Take whatever you want underneath by all means.
First kick, 47. This one looks good as well. And taken at the 46. They'll call this a 41-yard punt, 7 on the return. And the Browns have a short field in front of them now as they take over first and 10. Now a handoff here to his running back. And some room to maneuver. The 20. And all the way in. Touchdown, Cleveland. A big play there. His first touchdown here of the new campaign. And the Browns add on to their lead. And on that long run, maybe the defense caught napping a little bit.
The concentration level may not have been there. I agree with you on that one because those types of plays, when they result like that, they're almost like big bolts of lightning, aren't they? Whoosh, and off he goes.
It's up and good, and that'll increase their lead to 10-zip. Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. This will be taken in at the 1. And a pretty good return here. He'll be stopped just shy of the 25 at the 24-yard line. And the Dolphins getting set to go here.
I would say they went 3 and out last time, but actually they didn't even get to 3 and out. Still a strange decision to us here in the booth.
Yeah, let's hope they don't go 1 and out, but maybe, possibly, let's try and think with them here. Try and play field position maybe, turn the ball over, put it in the hands of their defense. Who knows?
You're a nice man.
They'll run it now out of the gun. And they're able to get this one across the 35. That one good for 13 and a Dolphin first down.
For so many years, I was convinced it was a myth, you know, because you always hear about the smaller running back. Oh, he gets lost, you can't find him, and sometimes that's part of his genius. But it's true. You get behind big offensive linemen, the defensive line guys trying to find him, trying to peek around people to see him, and he gets lost. But this guy gets lost in a good way for his offense, picking up big yardage. That's another nice run, and I have to tell you, some of the coaches that I played for, their philosophies were always different when they see a guy running the ball well. Some of them wanted to immediately go to play action and throw it now because it's wide open. While other coaches said, you know something? Until they stop him, that big boy's going to keep getting the football. And that might be the direction that they're going to go right now.
And good penetration here. He'll get this down only to about the 49-yard line. Credit him with a 1-yard gain there to make it 2nd and 9.
Well, if the coaching staff's doing a good job upstairs, they'll file away what they just saw from the defense right there. They sold out to stop that running play. I'd say keep that in mind. They want to try that again, go play action, hit them over the top.
Back to throw. Rasmussen. Under pressure, and he will go down. Sacked back at the 46.
I'm starting to feel for that quarterback back there. I mean, you know me. Normally, don't have a lot of empathy for the QB, right? In this case, definitely. He's been under constant duress this entire game. I don't know how he's surviving back there.
And to think, there's still a long way to go in this football game.
Throwing on 3rd and long. Rasmussen. And a quick throw here. That's complete. And he'll get it out to midfield. Looks like, yeah, they'll spot it right at midfield at the 50. Just a 5-yard pickup, and it leads to 4th down.
They didn't get the first down, but I have to say I do like the call. I like what they were trying to do. Try and hit your receiver on the run and see if he can pick it up. Keep it on his feet, get a little rack yardage.
Yeah, but a nice job defensively to get to him and keep him short of the first. The Dolphins will send out the punter now. He'll boot it away from about his 35. This is away, but boy, headed straight for the sidelines. And this one sails out of bounds. I think it'll be inside the 25. It will. 24-yard line is where they'll spot it. Now out comes their leader and the captain of this offense back onto the field. He hasn't had his best day. They have been good running the football, and they have the lead, though, so maybe he just personally wants to improve his play.
And that's without a doubt, because at the end of the game, he wants to feel like he had a really good hand in his team winning, if in fact they do go on and get that done. But the bottom line is finding a way to win the game. So if you're not playing that well, but somebody else is on the team, keep going to that hot hand.
Yeah, not over yet, but looking good here in the second quarter.
Nice job by that defensive front there to hold him to a short gain on first down. Well played, I must say.
Yeah, only getting 1 yard. There was no room to run. They'll run it now out of the gun. And he'll fight forward to about the 27-yard line. Only a yard on the pickup. And now they've got a 3rd down and 8.
Back-to-back runs, I'd say that encompassed maximum effort for minimal gain.
Minimal yardage, and now they're going to need something more than minimal on this play coming up.
Here we go. 1, 9.
Back to throw. Out to the flat. That's complete to his running back. Call it a 3-yard gain, and that's going to make it 4th down.
I know most of the time when the ball's in the air, you're thinking wide receiver, tight end, but running backs, they can be a big part of any passing offense nowadays.
The Browns send out their punter now. On for his second punt. He'd take a repeat of his first. He gets this one away, and boy, it's another boomer. Fielded at the 20. It's a 47-yard punt, return of 6. And the offense will take over with a new set of downs. Now we get a peek at the captain of this offense heading back out there. And I never played quarterback, but I'm thinking as a quarterback, you're a little bit into the game now. Second quarter, you're losing. You're not playing well. Probably feels like a lot of weight on your shoulders.
Certainly does, but it's something that quarterbacks have to be used to because they're always carrying around that weight. So how do they adjust the weight? How do they make it work for them? How do they work against it? That's what we're going to find out going forward.
Yeah, he'll be trying to get all that weight off his shoulders here on this drive. Fair to say, hasn't been his best game throwing the football, but also not getting a lot of help out there either.
Yeah, you nailed it pretty well, you know. He's got to throw it better, got to get more help. Obviously one that should have been caught. They've got to find a way to bring those two elements together so they can make some progress in this one.
Back to the air on second down. Rasmussen, and he comes back with one complete. And he's able to take this one up to the 35-yard line. And they'll get 9 there as that sets him up better for third down.
Let's not quibble about the gain there on second down. That was a positive play because that was a take-what-you-can-get situation. Got out to the tight end. Now it gives them a much better opportunity to convert on third down.
The Dolphins on third down, 0 for 3 to this point. They could use a conversion. They need just a yard here. It's 3rd and 1.
Looking to throw. Rasmussen. And no escaping this time as he'll go down. They got him for a sack.
The amount of sacks that they've absorbed in this game is absolutely extraordinary. Let's just face it. This offensive line, flat out, cannot handle this pass rush. It's been demonstrated time and time again.
The Dolphins will send out the punter now, as he'll punt it away for the 4th time today. And it's fielded at the 34. 35 yards that time on the punt. And out will come the offense as they take over. Around the NFL, second quarter in Indianapolis. And it's the Cowboys that have moved out to an early advantage. That one tight to this point, and you'd have to imagine it'll stay tight throughout. They'll run it now out of the gun. And a good swarm to the football defensively as they get him down at about the 40. Give him a couple on the carry there, 2nd and 8.
Not a big run on the first play of the drive, but that doesn't necessarily mean it was a bad play. Sometimes you're just trying to settle in, get your guys a little bit of contact, and get things moving.
The handoff as they run the counter play. Strong run, but he's corralled just beyond the 40. Only a gain of a couple there. That leaves them needing about 7 here on 3rd down.
I once had a defensive player in the NFL tell me, if I beat and dominate the guy across from me, I'm helping my team. Well, winning one-on-one battles is always a part of the game, but when you have good team defense, as we just saw there, one broken tackle, but he didn't get away because the rest of the guys arrived to put him on the ground.
Call it no gain there, and it leads to a 4th down.
And there's a nice stop for the defense. They've had a tough time containing this guy all game long, but maybe they can build a little bit off of that play, a little bit of confidence, a little bit of momentum. Yeah, every now and then you can actually tackle that guy.
The Browns send out their punter now, as he'll come on to kick this one away. He's been a busy man here in this first half as he gets it away. 1:59 to go in the first half. More from Cleveland after this. Coming up at halftime in a little less than 2 minutes, we'll send you to Orlando where Larry Ridley is standing by. He'll have highlights and analysis of this first half. Now whistles and a flag, and I believe a Dolphin got going a little early.
False start, offense.
So that'll back him up 5. Looking to jam the receivers at the line here. Press coverage look defensively. From the gun, Rasmussen. And incomplete, he dropped it. Maybe a rookie mistake there, 2nd down.
Timing's crucial in any route thrown, but when you throw an out, so many things are going through the mind of the receiver. Catching the ball, timing it up with the quarterback. Are my feet going to get down inbounds? On that play, all those things going through his head might have caused him to drop it.
Here we go now. 3-19.
To throw on 2nd down. Rasmussen. And his throw is incomplete.
Feels like they're getting caught in between here because they did completions on 1st and 2nd down. Now you got to worry a little bit about the clock because you prefer not to give them another shot here in the first half. But if you don't pick up the 1st down, guess what? You're likely going to have to.
On 3rd down, it's Todd. Defenders giving chase, but I don't think they're going to get there. And all the way in for a Miami touchdown. A great play there. 85 yards. And the Dolphins able to get this back within a touchdown. And with that carry, he's already over 100 yards here in the first half.
And, partner, you know exactly what he's saying to his teammates right now, right? Especially to the play caller.
Give me the ball.
Again, and again, and again. It's not that heavy, sir. I'll take it.
And they're back within a field goal. It's 10-7 now. The drive there only spanning 3 plays. And a long run there in the end to top it off. Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. This is fielded at the goal line. And he's up past the 20 to the 22-yard line. Now here's the signal caller getting ready to lead this offense again. And it's actually been out of the backfield, handing the ball off where they've had a lot of success. So if you're the quarterback, do you just maybe say, you know, maybe this isn't my day, our running game's going so well, you just continue to lean on that?
I agree. That's exactly what you do. And you have to kind of take your ego and put it aside, because you always think your next throw is going to be your best throw, right? Your next play is going to be your best play. Lean on what's working for you right now. That should help carry your team to victory if things keep going in the direction that they are.
Yeah, because the formula has them the lead currently.
I know our vantage point might be a little bit better way up here, but that looked like an ill-advised throw to me. I didn't see anything open, and this play just didn't look right from the beginning.
It did not. I thought he might get outside and just chuck it away. Dangerous pass, incomplete. And this time he's got the hook up. It's complete. And they'll take him down at the 31-yard line. And they'll get 9 there as that sets him up better for third down.
Great change up there on the route and got that inside release, made it a successful pitch and catch.
So the first thing you want to do is have him thinking that you're going outside, make a move in that direction. Then you really don't run the route against the whole body of the defender. You run against a half of him, and the inside half, and he took it right across his face, got inside, and won that route in a big way.
And now before this first down play, we're going to get a timeout here, as he'll stop it with just over a minute to go before halftime. Offense comes to the line now, 1st and 10.
Here we go.
They're going to look to throw. Going to throw right side here, complete. Now the Browns signal for the second of their timeouts, as the stoppage will come with a little under a minute to go in this first half. Fresh set of downs here. Looks like the defense in press coverage here.
Let's go.
On first down, he'll drop to throw. And some room to work. And he slides to avoid the hit. 11 more on that one and another first down. They'll look to throw. And no escaping this time as he'll go down. They got him for a sack. And before this second down play, we'll get a whistle, a signal, and a timeout, as the clock will stop with 21 seconds to go here in the first half. So the offense took the timeout. Looks like they're ready to go as we get set to resume the action. Now a shotgun snap as they'll look to throw. And he's going to go down again.
Well, this is what happens when you get behind the chains, as people like to say. When you have obvious passing situations, hard to vary it up and fool a defense.
And you hate those situations if you're an O-lineman, right?
Oh, without a doubt, because you just know they're coming, and you never know exactly how. They can be exotic in their blitzes, or their athletic ability just takes over.
And you see the clock almost empty, so this is likely the last play in the second quarter. So we have reached halftime here in Cleveland with the Browns on top. As we send you down to our EA Sports Studios in Orlando, where we find our man Larry Ridley with our halftime report.
All right, Brandon, we'll see if I can get through this without being skipped as we welcome you to our EA Sports halftime report. The Browns are happy to be in front right now and just want to play 2 more solid quarters. The Dolphins didn't play their best, and they'll need to be at their best now to come back. All right, let's do it. Here's a look at the first half highlights. Now 1st and 10. Defense will win the battle and get the sack. This will go as a loss of 10. Browns here, they have it at the 47. Russell's able to get clear of everybody, and he'll take it in for a touchdown. As they go out in front, 10-0. Dolphins now late in the second quarter. He stays up the middle on the run, and he'll go for the score. Dolphins now down by just 3. Still late in the first half. Winters has got the sack here. This will go for a loss of 8. So that'll do it from our EA Sports Studios. Let's get you back up to Cleveland as we rejoin Brandon and Charlie.
This one fielded at the 5. And a good return. He's across the 35-yard line, right around the 36. Out comes the Dolphins now. They'll go on offense first here in this third quarter. They're close game, but they're going to need to do a little bit better probably here in half 2, no?
I would agree with that totally. I would guess it in the locker room. They talked about cleaning up some of the errors, but overall, I think they wanted to be positive with them. Guys, we're right there. Just not playing as well as we need to. Let's pick it up, and we still have a chance to win this game.
Yeah, they do. We'll see if they can pick it up. And maybe a measure of revenge there. He's had his way in this one, but this time they get him behind the line.
Partner, I think there's a lesson there. Some days you're just having a really tough time, and for the defense, today has been that day. But after that play, what do you learn? You can still make plays even when the other guy's having success against you.
And the offense will be looking to get at least some of this yardage back here. It's 2nd and 12. And they give this time to the tailback. They'll get 4 on 2nd down, but it leaves them with 3rd and still 9 to go.
Well, partner, they've been running it well the entire game, and the big guys up front, they're a huge reason why. And now they're reaping the benefits as they continue to open up big holes and gain nice yardage.
The Dolphins on 3rd down, just 1 for 5 to this point. This is 3rd and 9.
All right, here we go.
Operating from the gun, Rasmussen. And incomplete. The contact made the ball roam free and brings up 4th down.
And we're into the second half now, and this is an offense that continues to struggle to sustain a drive.
Looks like they're just totally out of sync, whether they're running the ball, passing the ball like we saw there. I don't know. The rhythm seems off. The Dolphins will send out the punter now as he's on for the 5th time here today. And he deserves a bronze leg as he gets this one away. And no return on this one as the fair catch is signaled for and taken. 37 yards on the punt with no return. And possession will switch hands, 1st and 10. Now we take a glance at the offense as they work their way back out for their first possession of the second half. They have the lead here. Well, we talk a lot about pregame speeches. What are halftime speeches like?
For the most part, not nearly as emotional. They're a lot more clinical. Every now and then, they'll get after you if they think they need to light a fire. But in this case, let's go into the virtual locker room, because here's what I think happened. They got in there and they said, listen, let's take control right away. Defense, we got the lead. Defense, don't give up any points. Turn the ball back over to the offense and let them go down and score and give us more of a cushion in the game. Check so far. Defense shut them down. Let's see if the offense gets done.
They'll run it now out of the gun. It'll be a pickup of a couple, and it leaves them with a 3rd and 3.
Let's give a lot of credit to the offensive line. They've been able to move the ball really well on the ground the entire game, and while that wasn't a huge one, that's okay. They'll take them in short, steady bursts.
The Browns on third down. They've had their troubles, just 1 for 6. This time it's 3rd and 3. Now they'll run on the draw. And he'll lose yardage here, going down back at the 28. Losing 2 yards that time, and now it's 4th down.
Oftentimes when a guy has a game like this, he's going to take his offensive line out to dinner afterwards. But after a play like that, he may tell them, instead of getting the steaks, guys, we might have to go for the hot dogs.
The Browns send out their punter now. He's been terrific so far. A beautiful fake. Breaks the tackle. He's got room to run. A great return there of 22 yards. Out comes the Dolphin offense now as they get set to take over here.
These guys had to punt their last possession, and that's become too familiar of a refrain. Too many of these drives just wound up going nowhere.
But you know how in baseball, when the pitcher gets a base hit and he's on base, they bring his jacket out to him to keep him warm? A lot of times the punter goes to the sideline, puts on sweatpants or a wrap over his leg to keep it warm. He might need a massage from the trainer right now from all the work he's getting.
And for one of the few times here today, this run's not going to go anywhere.
And that's one of the few times they've been able to contain him. He's had a heck of a game, and maybe he's getting a little bit tired from how many times he's carried the ball. But I always think back to what all those old coaches say. The ball's not that heavy. Keep carrying it, kid.
Looking to throw on 2nd down. Rasmussen. He's going to flip that out to the flat. It's complete. They'll get a couple yards on that one, and that'll make it 3rd down.
Everyone's got to be able to catch the football. Doesn't matter what position you play, but if you're on offense, be aware a ball may come your way.
On 3rd down, Rasmussen. And this is going to be incomplete. Well, not to get too overcritical there because he knows what he's doing, but his shoulders looked a little off kilter there when he threw that.
I don't think you're being overly critical there. You're just analyzing it, and he gets those shoulders right. That pass will go from incomplete to complete.
And the punt team on now as this one's sent away. 39 yards on the punt. Give him just 1 yard on the return. And the Browns will take over with a 1st and 10 deep in their own territory. There again is the running back as he trots onto the field. So after that hot start, the numbers here show the decline. What has the defense done adjustment-wise?
Sometimes when you have a running back who's gotten off to a hot start, you've got to catch him before he really gets going. So you change what you do across the defensive front. Instead of the linebackers being back a few yards, you bring them up closer. It's what we call mugging the line of scrimmage, taking away a lot of blocking angles and gaps, and maybe stopping him before he can get going.
Mugging the line of scrimmage, okay.
Yeah, in this case.
Big yardage there for the Browns, 18.
Now, this is an example of breaking down a defense because on a lot of these runs, he's getting past the point of attack, and guess what he's doing? Forcing the secondary guys to have to make a lot of tackles.
Call it a gain of 4 on 1st, and that'll make it 2nd down.
They're trying to show that they can run the ball and protect this lead. Give it to the backs, play a little bit of keep away, don't you think?
And that's probably a good philosophy at this point, going to make that defense stand up and stop them.
Now back to throw. And incomplete there. A nice hit. Jars the ball free and brings up 3rd down.
You get a tight end like this, and you know he's used to dishing out punishment, but here, he's the one that has to absorb the contact, and as a result, unable to hold on to the football.
They'll set up to throw. And he comes back with one complete. And he gets this one across midfield for the 1st down to the 46. A good pickup there for the Browns, 15 yards. First down and 10 now for the offensive group. They'll run it now out of the gun. And it fights through one man. Call it no gain on the play, and it'll be 2nd down.
But he was stopped on that play. But he's had plenty of carries all afternoon. Every now and then the defense is going to win one, but I don't think they'll shy away from handing it to him the rest of the game.
Offense looking to avoid a 3rd and long. It's 2nd and 10. Now they'll run on the draw. They'll get only a couple down to the 44.
Well, praise has to go to the guys on the offensive line because they've had a very nice, productive day running the football. How about that poor defensive line? They've been knocked around the entire game, and while they slowed them down on that run, can they continue to do so? Because they haven't had much success throughout this ball game.
They'll drop to throw. Throw left side complete. It's Russell. It's a gain of 10, and the Browns are going to get a 1st down. He's already proven to be a factor in the running game on this drive. Now he gets involved in the passing game.
I think what we're seeing here is the modern version of workhorse in the NFL, being able to run it and catch it with equal proficiency.
So the offense has it 1st and 10. And he'll give it here to his running back. And he'll get a little over 2, maybe a full 3 down to the 32-yard line.
Well, that's not a run that's going to make any of the highlight tapes, but they've been moving it well all game on the ground. This is another one that keeps them moving forward.
See if they stay on the ground for 2nd down. They'll run it now out of the gun. And he's going to fight his way forward here for a modest gain. 5 yards on the pickup, and all of a sudden here it's 3rd down.
Looks to me like maybe there's a little attrition setting in with this drive, because when you see that type of a run, I get the feeling the defense getting a little bit tired.
And that's the last thing they need, especially when they look up at the scoreboard. On 3rd and short, they'll try and pick it up through the air. And he will have the 1st before he's brought down right on the chalk of the 20. Call it a gain of 7, and it gets him a new set of downs. Well, they've had a great, impressive drive going here, and that pickup ensures the drive continues.
And not only do you continue the drive, which is demoralizing for the guys on the defense side of the ball right now, but you make your own defense happy. They're able to get a little more rest over on the sidelines while this one continues downfield.
And he will be brought down at about the 6-yard line. The Browns passing game finding its stride. They've got another 1st down.
When this offense can get their tight ends involved, they can move the football. Here, a nice route, able to look it in, and picks up the 1st down.
Long drive. The defense just cannot seem to catch a break and get off the field. He'll look to throw. A loss of a full 3 yards, and now it's 2nd down. So 2nd and goal here from the 9. And able to push his way forward here for a good little gain. Give him right around 4 on the carry. We'll see if they want to keep pounding here on 3rd and goal. And in this situation with a lead 4th quarter, they're liking keeping the ball on the ground, I'm sure.
That's just smart football, but you know the defense has to know it as well. They've got to stop them here. So now we're going to see that loading the box in a big way. 6, 7, 8, 9, whatever it's going to take, puts a little bit more pressure on your big offensive line.
Around the NFL 3rd quarter from Foxborough. Now, you saw the score at the bottom of your screen a moment ago. We got a good one going on there. And we'll keep an eye on that one as our game goes along here. They'll look to throw on 3rd and goal. A bullet throw, but incomplete.
Brandon, some of those windows to throw the football that exist when you're between the 20s, they don't exist when you're this close to the goal line. But as a former DB, I liked it closer to the goal line. Tighter windows made it easier to cover people, actually.
And the kick by Gonzalez, he is good. And the lead stretches to 6 here. It's 13-7.
So they get the 3 here, but you wonder whether that's going to be enough.
Yeah, I mean, you've now made it so they need a touchdown rather than a field goal to catch them. But you're right. If they'd gotten 6 out of that drive, this would be a much different game.
The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. Fielded about a yard deep. And he'll get it up to about the 26-yard line just across the 25. And out come the Dolphins now. And a tight game after punting last time. See if they can get something going on this drive.
As they head to the field now, with the game this close, you've got to feel there's a sense of urgency for them going on offense right now. But they have to do it without letting panic creep in and affect their play.
On 1st and 10, Rasmussen. And he finds a man on the crossing route. And he's brought down after a good gain. 23 yards on the play.
And there's another completion to the tight end. And let's face it, it is hard to overthrow a 6'6" target.
It is indeed. Quarterbacks like their speed guys. They like that huge 6'6" target that they've got in him.
They really do, and it reminds me of what one great tight end told me once. He told his quarterback, just make sure you throw it up there. You know, kind of like put it up on the top shelf where the kids can't get it.
From the midfield stripe, they'll look to throw. They'll try and set up the screen. It's complete. And he'll get it into enemy territory just across midfield at the 49. They hold him to only 2 there on the screen. It's 2nd down.
In order for a screen pass to break big, a lot of things have to come together and be well executed. But all it takes is one small thing to go wrong and keep it from being a big game.
Completed pass play. Now let's see if they go back to the air or to the ground. To throw on 2nd down. Rasmussen under pressure here, and down he goes. Sacked back at about the 43-yard line. Josh Keys in there to get him his 2nd sack now of the afternoon.
Brandon, I think you understand the type of afternoon this offensive line is having. It is a long one for them. Long for you to spend it with me. Long for them trying to block those guys. They've given up a whole lot of sacks, and the speed and quickness of that defensive line is eating them alive.
The Dolphins on 3rd down. It's been a problem. Just 1 for 7 thus far. This will be 3rd and 15. From the gun, Rasmussen. Throwing left side, it's complete. And he'll be taken down, but not before getting this inside the 30. A very solid gain of 27. He's such a good route runner. Shows it there on 3rd down. Very proficient and a good pass.
And you know what I've observed over the years in the NFL? The better a route runner you are, the more confidence your guy's going to have in you to go to you in important times because he can trust you being in the right spot, and they connected there and picked up a 1st down.
On 1st down, Rasmussen, wide open receiver, complete. Another big hitter there. This one good for 18.
Partner, it's a lot of fun watching the NFL now, isn't it? Because when the big fella runs routes, it used to be when we were kids, he'd run about 3 different routes, and that was it. Now he can run anything and catch the balls we just saw there.
And he's going to fight his way forward here for a modest gain. A good run of 6 yards there. Gets him closer to the goal line with 2nd down coming up.
Oh, that's one to warm the hearts of all those old school football players, isn't it? Tough, hard, gritty run. Got behind his pads, bowled over a few people. Look at that one, right up the gut.
Saw through 3 quarters, no reason to lighten up now. And he will push his way forward down to about the 3-yard line. Calling a gain of a yard as they get a little bit closer here. It's 3rd and goal.
Well, Brandon, we always know that once you score 1 touchdown,
you're 2.
You're without a doubt. And so far today, he's got 1, but was denied as he tried to get the 2nd one.
From the gun on 3rd down, Rasmussen. And that is caught. Touchdown, Miami. And all about about timing there on that short slant, Charles.
Exactly right. That was timed up so well. The route, the throw, touchdown.
Out comes the kicking team here for the extra point. And they have taken the lead here in this fourth quarter. So an 8-play drive covering 80 yards. And it ends with a touchdown for the Dolphins. The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. This fielded at the 2. And not a bad return here. He gets it out to the 25-yard line. A look at the running back, the man out of the backfield as he gears up to go again. He's been a good workhorse. I know we use the word workhorse a lot, but he's been a good workhorse for him in this one.
No doubt about it, and there's nothing wrong with that. That's what you're looking for if you're a back, because that means everything's come together for you. The big guys up front have created space. You've run through it. You've probably got some help even from the wide receivers who want to catch passes as opposed to block, but they're helping out too.
Yeah, everyone's pitching in. He's had a good game. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. A good play there as the Browns strike for 16 and a first down.
He's a rookie, and you don't want to get hung up on the word potential, but when you see him make catches like that, you keep thinking to yourself, he's good now. He's got a chance to be great with plenty of work.
And this will be caught at the 30. And they'll get him to the ground, but he got all the way down to the 30-yard line. He got 29 yards that time. Great patience in the pocket. Of course, it's easy to be patient when the protection's good, and it was.
Yeah, you got to pat those guys on the helmet and say thanks because they gave him plenty of time to stay back there, survey the field, go through the reads that he wanted to, and deliver the ball accurately. That was really well executed.
Another big hitter there. This one good for 18.
One of the feature points of the in route is being able to make a nice throw to the middle part of the field. And for a quarterback, that's one of the better throws and better looks that he'll get. But he has to be careful not to wait too long and let his receiver wander into some tough territory. If he's late with the ball, he can get his receiver hit and hit hard.
Some good games going on in the early window. This might be the best of the bunch. Now a handoff here to his running back. They'll get this down inside the 10 for a pickup of about 3.
Well, so many times we look at a short run and we praise the offense for trying to set the tempo and establish things. But the defensive guys, hey, they just won the battle there. It wasn't a big run given up. They don't always have to absorb the body blows. Sometimes they dish them out themselves.
Encroachment, defense.
A little eager there coming in from his outside linebacker position.
You think the hard count got him there?
Yes.
Maybe that extra hut, you know, that extra emphasis on it. Got him to jump, and they picked up 5 yards.
They come up in an offset eye. And they give this time to the tailback. And he'll be brought down right on the edge of the goal line at about the 1-yard line. 4 yards on the play, and that leads to the first and goal.
It's nice every now and then in this game not to see people overthink it. Just hand it to the old reliable guy. Let him pick up the first down.
First down and goal. The offense knocking on the door. They'll set up a throw. And this one's incomplete. On second down, they'll try and run the counter. And he will not only not get the yard he needed, he goes the wrong direction.
We all have habits. We can be somewhat predictable, and you know me pretty well on second down and short. What I like to see.
Play action.
Yeah, without a doubt. I thought that was a great spot to call it. Instead, didn't go their way, did it?
No, defense sold out for the run. Worked out well. As big of a play as we've had in this one so far. This is 3rd and 3.
Here we go. Red 38. Red 38.
And they'll go on the ground. How about this defense? For a 3rd straight play, he's going nowhere. Losing 4 yards that time, and now it's 4th down. Have to kick this field goal, don't you?
No question about it. Look at the clock. Look at the situation. Kick the field goal.
And Gonzalez puts this one through. And with that, they will move ahead by 2 here in the 4th. So the drive here ends with a field goal, and that does give them the lead, but this one is still a long ways from over.
And you love to be able to look up at the scoreboard and see that you're out in front. But then you take one look across the field and see that offense is raring to come back out, and you think, I don't know that field goals are going to be enough to get us home.
This is fielded at the goal line. And it's a pretty good return here as he'll get it up to the 29-yard line. Here he is, the man taking the snaps under center, heading out for the next possession. And after a rough start, as we take a peek at the numbers, he's going in the right direction now.
So often when you see a game start the way we saw this one start for him, you just wonder if he's got a chance to bring it back at all, and that's exactly what he's done. Love seeing that happen simply because you know a guy has struggled, and now he's found a way to make things better. That's pretty good stuff right there.
It's a gain of 5 on the play, and that'll make it a 2nd down. The offense certainly looking to score some points, but they also need ball security here late as we get down to the final moments of this one. They run a draw here on 2nd down, and he'll get this only up to about the 35. It'll only be a gain of a yard, and it sets up a 3rd down and 4 now.
The best defensive linemen, they play with great leverage so they can get low and not get bowled over by offensive linemen. They have excellent hands. They can throw people off on a play. We just saw a great example of a really good run stop by a guy playing the defensive tackle position.
So the Dolphins have it as we welcome you back in. They face a critical 3rd down now, needing a score here in the late going. And if the defense can hold here, this ball game is over.
And they're thinking more than just holding. They're thinking about a takeaway to finish things off.
Back to throw. Rasmussen throwing the slant pattern here, complete. They get 9 out of that one, and as a result, the drive continues. 1st down now, but the clock continues to move. He's back to throw. And it's a short one here, complete to the tight end. And he'll go down right around the 47 this time. The completion good for 3, and it's 2nd down. Back to throw.
I think it's okay there they didn't get a hold.
And he can't get a throw away. He's taken down. Now the Dolphins going to burn the first of their timeouts as they'll get it with just over 90 seconds to go in the ball game. Back to throw. And he'll go out of bounds, it appears, right at the 45. Just a 5-yard pickup, and it leads to 4th down. He got out of bounds. That's a good thing, but still short of the 1st.
And now, since this brings up 4th down, the defensive play caller, grab your nerves, because now you don't want to be so amped up that you give them a 1st down by getting out of your lanes, but you also don't want to just lay back and let them have it easily.
One score down. Here we go. They're going to go for it here on 4th down. They'll look to throw. And, a crusher there as it's intercepted. Picked off near the 34. And his guys are going to take over at the 34-yard line. So the first interception of his career under center, and you knew it was going to happen sooner or later.
It has to. And I know he feels like the world is just tumbling down at this moment, but there's got to be some veteran somewhere, some mentor that's going to tell him, hang in there, my man. Plenty more to come. Keep firing.
And now the Browns coming out on the field. They have the football. They're looking good, but the lead is just 2. So any mistake in a field goal can beat you. They got to be careful.
And that's where it gets difficult because you don't want that to leak into your thinking. You want to play like, hey, we've got the advantage. We can close this out. Don't play from fear, and they can win this game.
See if they can play fear-free and hang on. And able to use his blockers to get this up over the 40. Now a second timeout called for by the defense. That'll leave him with just 1 remaining in this fourth quarter of play. So the defense had a chance to catch their breath, and now they're back out and ready.
Here we go.
And he'll give it here to his running back. Now the defense will burn their third and final timeout. And as the two teams talk it over on their respective sidelines, we take a break. So a defensive timeout, chance to regather, regroup, and get set as we resume action.
Here we go.
On third down, it's Hawkins. That is not going to be any help as they dump him behind the line of scrimmage. Now a stoppage here as it looks like we've got a Dolphin shaken up on the play. While he gets attended to, we'll step aside. And now following that timeout, the defense back out onto the field. The Browns send out their punter now as he's on to kick it away. Oh, they come after him, and it's blocked. It's picked up. Remember, the ball is live. And how big is that play, Charles? A field goal puts you in the lead. You get the block punt. You're already in field goal range.
And now you have to think a little bit farther, don't you? Congratulate everyone. Everyone feels terrific about the play. But if you kick the field goal, you leave them right in striking distance. You want to try and put it in the end zone and make them come back and get you and need a touchdown to go back in the lead.
Really nice starting field position here for the offensive unit. They run the counter now on first down. And a short gain here down to the 22. Just a yard on the pickup there, and it'll bring up a 2nd and 9. The Dolphins moving with a sense of urgency here.
All right, my man, this is now where it's risk-reward. Because on defense, you've got to crowd the line of scrimmage. You've got to get in all the gaps, get up tight on everyone, and try and force the field goal attempt here. You can't let them break one big, but you know something, when you crowd the line of scrimmage, if they do pop one, it's going to go a long way.
I was going to say, could take it to the house, but the magnitude of this possible upcoming field goal, every yard counts. On third down, that's Todd, and he'll get it down this time to the 17. It's a gain of 5, but it'll lead to a 4th down.
Frustrating for a defense, energizing for an offense. Finding a way to create that type of yardage in your running game, that'll make the guys carrying the ball very, very happy.
So on 4th down, out trots the kicker in a big spot here. His first attempt of the afternoon, and it's for the win. And it is good. He splits the uprights on the chip shot. Elsewhere, they're into the 4th at Lucas Oil Stadium in Indianapolis. And the Cowboys now, they've opened things up in that one. A win would be their first of the young season. A road win in the National Football League. Charles, you never take that for granted, no matter who you're playing, no matter where you're playing.
You take it and you run with it. And you know you primed the pump all week in your own home facility. No one thinks we can do this. Only people who believe are right here in this room. And then you go on the road, band together, and get it done.
So for the Dolphins, it was a great all-around performance as they come out of this one with the victory. And they'll head back home next week to take on the Buffalo Bills. Meanwhile, for the Browns, they'll drop to 0-2. And they'll try to get back to their winning ways next week as they head to KC to take on the Chiefs. So that'll just about do it for Charles Davis. I'm Brandon Gaudin. You've been watching the NFL on EA Sports. For more, log on to easports.com. So long, everybody.